Yeah. Intellectually embracing Smitty's Corner, episode 18. Y'all already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. Before we get into it, let me get
Do
into it. All
we have
right?
sound?
Let, huh?
So, oh,
Yeah,
can y'all
I'm
hear
here.
us?
Yes, we can hear you now.
You get, bro?
I can't hear you, Grace. What is going on? Hmm.
Can you hear Soap?
Let me see something.
You
Hold
hear
on.
me?
Let me check it on my laptop. Because I
Okay.
can't hear neither one of y'all.
All right. Salute to my man, Magnificent Visions. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Grace, giving a shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? We're gonna make for my man Smitty to come back. But before that, Grace, what's going on? You know what I mean? How you doing,
Not.
sis? What's good?
I'm good. I'm good. I had to take this week off, handle some business in South Florida, but now I'm back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm ready to do this damn thing with my team.
I hear you, Grace. I hear you. You look a little tired though. Look like you ready to take a little nap.
Shit, as soon as I get off of this show, I got overtime to do, so it don't end till 3 in the morning for me.
Man, mine don't stop. I feel it, I feel it.
There we
Smitty, can you
go.
hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Yeah.
All
I don't know.
right.
Okay.
Sound was
Smitty, what's
messed up
going
at
on,
first.
dog? Talk to us. What's good with you?
Everything's good. Everything feels great. Had a wonderful day.
You look great in my favorite color, sir. You look good,
Yeah.
20 Twin.
Okay, of course. I mean, gotta switch it up. I figured I'd match my ceiling or something, for the evening. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, now respect, respect. You already know. So yeah, we in here. We're gonna go ahead and get something going. See what we got for the evening. I'm trying to figure out how y'all feeling. Gracie, how was your trip?
It was good. It was very productive. I got everything done that needed to be get done. So now is keep going. A good friend
I'm
of
glad
mine
my
keeps
twin is back safe.
I keep our good friend keeps telling me just keep going, and that's what I'm doing. I'm keep going.
I like
Absolutely,
that. I
absolutely.
appreciate you on that. Appreciate it.
All
So what's
right. Now
going on with
before
you?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Salute to Mr. Bryant. You know what I mean?
No
Salute,
cereal
salute,
yet?
salute. Nah, you already had my cereal though. You know what I mean? So
Okay, bet,
you know,
bet, bet. Okay.
it's about to be dinner time. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm
Bet,
about to
bet,
order
bet. So
some.
no crunching in the
You know what I
phone
mean?
today. Bet that, bet that. All right, let's get it.
I'm on my laptop, sir. Okay, and I'm always on my
Hey,
laptop. All
man,
right.
that's that's a bet.
Hold on. Let me go to I think I gave Magnificent Visions a wrench already. Oh no, he's streaming from a different network. Okay. But yeah, before we get into the show, man, let me get into the rules of engagement, as I like to call them. And you'll see the rules of engagement are at the bottom of the screen on the ticker. But just in case you're not reading the ticker and you need me to go over them, I will. Okay, because it seemed like we have some confusion about how I'm moving as a network and what we're doing over here. So I just want to be clear, okay? I got 7 rules and they're very easy to follow. If they're not followed, then yes, you feel free to please exit the stream. You can unsubscribe. You can do whatever you want. I do not care. Okay, I'm really on that vibe right now. All right, I am moving forward, and my focus is linear. Okay, you can ask my own peoples, and if you ever got a chance to talk to my parents, they will tell you the same thing. I don't f around. When I want to do something, I'm gonna do it, and if I don't, I'm not. Straight up. So I don't know. People on the internet got it confused or whatever you got in your mind. I really want to have clarity. I'm going straight forward, and I really can't wait for my break. I'm really focused on that. And I'm really happy about that, and no one's gonna take that away. Okay, I don't care what's going on with your lives. I don't care what you got going on or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't care. Okay, I got enough problems for everybody. All right, so I really don't care. What we want to do here, we want to make content, and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna make content, and we're gonna move forward as a team. And if you don't understand or you want to get away with that, hey, we will continue to do what we got to do, and you will just be moved to the side, okay? And that's just who I was gonna be. And so let me get to these rules of engagement. Smitty is laughing, you know what I mean? Because he already know what type of time I'm on. I'm not playing, and Grace know that too. Number one, respect the host and co-host of the shows at all times. Okay, that's one. Two, no cursing or disrespectful language towards anyone on the panel or chat. Three, one mic is and always will be in effect. All right. Number four, please stay on topic. And if you don't know the topic, feel free to ask. Okay? Definitely ask us what the topic is. If you don't know what's going on, we'll break it down. I may play the video again for you if you ask nicely. You feel me? All right. Number five, once my countdown begins, all right, please mute your mic so it will be muted for you. If you don't, you'll be kicked off the panel, off top. Just it's really that simple. All right. Number 6, if you're beefing or have any disagreements with anyone a part of the Intellectual Soapbox K&R brand, please settle all your issues before appearing on a panel or chat. Okay, that's a big one. Please do that before you appear on this panel or chat, because I will kick you off. Now, number 7, I won't even let you up. Please don't use any of my content without my consent, either written or verbal. All right, I want you to understand that. And lastly, right, failure to follow these rules will lead to you being removed from the chat or panel permanently. You know what I'm saying? I hate the fact that I have to act like this. I hate the fact that I have to be the de facto leader type of bull crap, because I really just want people just to come up and be adults to speak their mind. But it seems like that's not happening. So that I can maintain my brand and maintain a sense of decency, and I'm glad I got one of the heads of the brand up here, Mr. M3. My bad, bro. I'm sorry I brought you up.
Hold on, you good?
You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just giving them the rules and just the rules of engagement, bro. And and since you are one of the leads up in here, like me, and you lead the brand with me. You know what I mean? I definitely want to hear your piece and help you break it down. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, but y'all can hear me well, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Before I get into it, right? First of all, salute to Mr. Best, to Embrace the Grace. You look good, by the way.
Thank you.
And Smitty, salute to you as well. Respect. All right. Mr. Best pretty much said it all, but look, that doesn't just go for Mr. Best's network as well. I mean, we're all a network together, but on his side and knowledge and relationship side, that goes for both ways too. We're trying to create like an atmosphere, right, where we are the Mecca, where we all are in our little bubble. Not to say that we're not keen outside of what's going on, but what we're talking about is like we're not really going to tolerate any of the BS. So when you come into a chat, just like you guys will come to like a white network and you guys will be on your P's and Q's, you need to do the same thing for our networks as well too. When people come into the chat, you need to give the people in the chat respect. You need to respect the panelists. All this goofy stuff, man, will not be tolerated. You can get your wrenches like taken away and you can get the boot. Hopefully that was clear.
Man, that was super clear. Hey, y'all, let's get to the video.
All right.
Great show today, by the way, Knowledge. That was really good.
Yeah, you kind of came on that fire. You was like, where the Latinas at, right? Why didn't I on the panel?
Because you're talking about how Latinos love black men, and you don't even have one Latino, so I had to jump on in there. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Well, we always have to kind of dive into like the deep topics and have our little reactions to it. But I hear you, Grace. And hopefully maybe next time when we have these topics where we might talk about Jamaicans next, but who knows? Hopefully we get those group of people up in there.
Absolutely. Let me know. I know plenty of Jamaicans I can connect with, and tell them to come to the show.
Sure. We got somebody at the door, Smitty.
That's PA, Texas.
There you go. There you go. Salute, family. Salute.
PA!
What's going down?
Can y'all hear me?
All right, we can hear you, bro. We're going to get to this video.
Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? Smitty, you want to break down the video before we get into it, or you just want me to rock and roll with it?
I would if I was able to. I'm showing this video because hopefully maybe one of you guys can do that for me.
Okay.
So, I'm kind of lost. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and get into a nice little topic I think would be just interesting to go ahead and fiddle around with, as well as possibly learn and drop some new gems. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. So without further ado, I digress. My mic is muted. Read.
Definitely, Smitty. The other video was telling me about earlier. I don't have it, but I do have some other videos that we can cover. You know what I'm saying? So I got them already lined up. But I know which one you're talking about. The 17.
Why didn't you just tell me?
No, when I looked in your message, I didn't see it. I just seen the other one you just sent me.
I could have just sent it to you instantly.
Okay.
I had notes written down for that. All right, I got you, bro. Yeah, I'll send it right now.
All right, salute to my man Marcus too. Marcus, I see you in the building, dog. What up, Marcus? What up? You know what I mean? All right, let me get to the video. Hold on. Let me share my screen. There you go. Fair use as always. Fair use. I know what time it is.
when girls be like, "Oh, I got a gut." I don't know, man. These niggas don't care. They will grip it. I had that happen before, and I was so upset. I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, "No, I gotta work out," because we was having sex, and he gripped my stomach, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, what the fuck? Hold up, what the? Like, he literally was gripping it, and then like when we would sleep, hug my stomach while he's sleeping. I used to just be like, man,
Like what you
it's like when girls be like, "Oh, I got a gut." I don't know, man. These niggas don't care. They will.
That low standard ish.
Wow. Okay. Grace, what do you think?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got a gut. And I've embraced my gut. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to be good enough to be in the bed with me and exchange bodily fluids, we're doing it with the lights on and you're going to see all of me. Okay? Either love me or leave me alone. All you got to do is push up a little bit and the prize is right there. You know what I'm saying? And if that bothers the guy, then you know what? Then that's not the guy for you. People need to start learning to embrace what they have and what has God given them. If they don't like it, then do something about it and stop bitching. But all that man wanted to do was cuddle him and feel that warmth. You know what I'm saying? Grab that, that pouch sometimes is a security blanket. But women are just making too many big deals out of little things. Just let it go. And if you don't like what you see, then do something about it. But to sit there and be like, no, don't touch me or don't do this. That man was probably gripping on that gut to get some good traction. You know what I'm saying? He needed something to hang on to. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Guys are really not thinking about that in the heat of the moment. More girls put more emphasis on silly shit like that unnecessarily. If he liked you, I get it. A lot of men would just sleep with anything. But if it becomes into a relationship and something serious, he really doesn't care. You're putting more emphasis on it than the guy is. Let it go. Turn the lights on. Go take a shower together. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Then go make him a sandwich. I digress. My mic is muted.
When it comes to the physical activities in the bedroom, the lights most likely is going to be off anyway. By the time you get your rocks off, you're going to be dead sleep anyway. I hear what you're saying, Grace. I mean, even though some part of me is like, okay, I mean, most men in a lot of these days, they do have some type of low standards, which is what we talked about it earlier. But in this case, if you are already in a relationship and you're cool with that person that you with, and yes, some women, they do make the little things seem like it's a big deal. But honestly, if you already have that type of connection, having a little gut or whatever gut that people be talking about that's so bad, men it's not gonna really care about that. What they're gonna care about is okay, how the woman's gonna treat them and how she's gonna treat herself ultimately. So if you already have that attraction, yeah, you're gonna gain weight, you lose weight, who cares? As long as you already have that connection could override a lot of things, believe it or not.
Absolutely. PA, what were you laughing about back there? I saw you laughing.
No, because everything you said was true. I mean, it's just people think that I mean, I think I'm a guy of I think I'm I think I'm a person and a guy who people would like to be around. And I don't care about that, about a gut. And if you have a gut, and then I can sit up there and exchange, like you said, Grace, exchange
bodily fluids.
Okay. If I could exchange some bodily fluids, man, because everybody likes to go raw. Let's just keep it a buck, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. Hands up if you like to not go raw. Don't worry, I'll wait. Okay. Now, if you exchanging all those bodily fluids, and then you know what I'm saying, they probably hugging that good to get some more. And trust me, I've been from here to all over the world, man. I've been on your side of town in Atlanta, your side of town in New York, your side of town in Chicago, and your side of town in what's the other one on the West Coast? LA
Cali?
and San Francisco. Yeah, in Cali. And they all trying to do the same stuff. And if somebody sitting there like, oh, he don't like my good, be like, is he having relations with you? Then yeah. And that's what you were saying, right? Like, it's not a big deal. Because, you know, everybody thinks that somebody wants somebody who is drop dead gorgeous in front of them. No, somebody just wants somebody to make them feel good.
Okay.
That's it. And if you got a good, they could be drop dead gorgeous. They will rub your gut. And you'd be like, oh my God, they look so much better than I do. They will rub your gut, but you made them feel great. You made them feel brand new. Like that song. That's and that's why I'm sitting there giggling. Because I've been there many, many days.
And by the way, I like the lights on because I want you to see my expressions and I want to see your expressions. I don't know.
Now, you like the lights on because you want them to see where you're trying to get to. You don't sit there and start that Grace. I know why you want the lights on. You ain't shit.
Damn.
Nobody like it better with the lights on. Okay. Yeah, I'll add to this. You know, I know, like when I come up on the internet, I know I hear like a lot of guys like they talking about like how like they love like the 8s, 9s, 10s, and how they could kind of bag like a baddie and all this sort of bluff, right? But I mean, honestly, like me as like an artist or whatever, I see the beauty in like in a lot of people. So like, let's say, I don't know, let's say like you're a 6 or something like that, right? I encounter a 6 for a woman, and that's like pretty much like an average one. But if you have like some type of like cool auras, cool vibe about you, to me in my eyes, like that could be bumped up, you know? And that's not me having low standards, but it's like I see like the art in any type of creation, you know. Hopefully I'm not getting kind of deep with it, but you know, if you guys follow along, it's like she might have, I don't know, like a cool figure, but she probably like be like flat on the chest. Or maybe she got like, you know, big feet, whatever the case is, you know. But as long as she's like decent and she's really like down to earth and cool and you actually have fun with her, for a guy like, you know, I mean, like for a guy like me, like I could look at that person and be like, all right, she's better than one of those 8s, 9s, and 10s, but have like an awful personality. I pick up on people based off their vibe, you know. Not just like, I mean, again, I'm a man, so of course, like, you know, looks is somewhat important, but it's not the end all be all with me.
Looks should not be important, man. My son just ran a 4.340. Mm-hmm. He's 16 fucking years old. I shouldn't even put my. I don't like put my personal information out on anything. But just can you imagine? Do you think his mom? He ran a 4.340. I got a question. Do you think his mama feet big? Yes, they big. You think his mama feet hands are big? I mean, mama feet hands. You think his mama's hands are big? Yes, they're big. That is a solid black woman who is half her. He's half her and half me. And I ain't no joke either. You know what I'm saying? Shaq's mama 6'5", bro. Her feet are big. That pussy probably good. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta go from there. And then you just have a miracle.
Okay. Well, Smitty, are you ready to talk about it, or you want Best to go ahead and put his input?
So basically what we're going to be talking about tonight is the respect of women. So this guy is very interesting to me. Very interesting fella. And his perspective on the respect of women is something that is truly fascinating to me. Salute, Uncle Ferg. I see you in the building. Thank you for joining us once again, my brother. Thank you for your support. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get this going because we're going to pause it throughout now. You know, we're going to let it run maybe like, 5-minute clips or whatever. And that should be about 3 5-minute clips of it or so. And we're going to listen to his description on respecting women. And I want to hear what everybody has to say on the panel, including in the chat. So without further ado, waiting on you, brother. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's see what we got.
I'm only doing the first 5 minutes of the video, right? Correct? So we can get it going?
Yeah, first 5 minutes, and if anybody has something to say. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
Bet.
We can do like 3 5-minute clips of it. It's like 17 minutes.
Living in Miami.
It's good. Lots of
Oh God.
some, but most are.
We're about 5 seconds in and he's already saying the word. Okay, and do you indulge with them a lot? Or?
Yeah, she's trying to grow me, but I'm a professional. There's black belt. We're dealing with womanese, so easy mode. I mean, we have them on the show all the time. We have regular girls as well. So.
Oh, what do you do? Sorry.
Oh, we have a podcast ourselves where we smell self-proof.
Fair use.
Podcast. Oh yeah, Mel Self-Proof podcast. Yeah, fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have women on there.
Yes, it's a component of what we do. We also do Money Mondays, teach guys how to make money. Then Wednesdays, how to date properly and get your stuff together. And then Fridays, we do call-in shows or bring in special guests or whatever it may be. But,
so do you think you're quite knowledgeable in the dating field?
To a degree. Agree.
Do you think you have a great understanding of how women work?
Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a great thing if you understand the women?
Well, the thing is, you can either understand women or respect them, but you can't do both at the same time.
What is he talking about?
I totally disagree.
That's a true statement. I think with understanding women, you'd learn to respect them more. The same as understanding a man, you'd learn to respect him more.
Nah, you can't respect them as equals once you understand them.
You'd still respect them as a woman and what value they hold.
I'm speaking from an equality standpoint. Like, I can't respect them as equals since I understand them. And I think that's the way they like it anyway.
We can respect each other for their gender. Like, I would respect a man for being a man and what he provides as a man. And you could respect a woman for the things that she could provide that you could never do.
If you understand women, there's no way you can respect them as equals. That's
why.
My premise on it.
Why can't you respect them as an equal?
Because we're way different.
Yeah, but you can still respect the fact that you're different and respect what they're capable of that you're not.
Men and women aren't equal. It's just funny how women want you to treat them as equals, but everything that they're actually attracted to and aroused by, most importantly, is not equal.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
For example, perfect example. I came down here. I said, oh, give me a hug. What'd you say? Oh, well, it's traditional. Kiss my hand.
Yes. That did not sound English.
That right there in itself signifies the difference between men and women.
Yeah.
You displayed it yourself a second ago.
Also, that's fine. Doesn't mean you can't respect that.
So traditionalism, and this is what a lot of girls do. They'll want traditionalism when it benefits them, but they'll want to expect to be treated as
I wanted to kiss her hand
equal
still.
later on.
Don't you think men are the same though?
How so?
Like, they want to be traditional in the sense that they provide and stuff, but then they want to be treated equal when they can't bother to show up as a man anymore.
Well, here's the thing. I disagree with that. I think men need to, be protectors and providers. So I don't think women should work I think the man needs to be the sole breadwinner, and I think women should work electively. With responsibility comes authority, right? So if you're going to go ahead and be responsible and pay the bills and everything else, like you should have the authority to tell your girl what it is.
So do you think men are higher value than a woman in a relationship? Wow.
Yeah, every time I come on the show, it's just another girl spouting the same bullshit about, oh, treat me like a lady, but at the same time, I'm equal to you. It's like, what the fuck? It doesn't make sense. If you want to be treated like a lady, that inherently means we're not equal, because it's way harder to find a guy that has a shit together than an attractive woman.
It's not necessarily an attractive woman, because if
That's
if
what we
all
care
you're
about.
looking for is an attractive
That's what we
woman,
care about.
so you don't care that what values, traditions, what respect levels.
Well, yeah,
what
obviously she can't be a whore either. It's not that hard to be pretty and keep your legs closed. It's not
But
hard.
it's not. Is that all you care about, though?
Yeah.
This guy is unbelievable. So you wouldn't want a woman that looks after you. You looks after your mental health, looks after your
Of
brain.
course, that comes
encourages you.
with it.
Not necessarily. I know a million beautiful women that haven't got the power in their brain or the sense to be accommodating in that sort of any way.
Well, typically when girls aren't right, that means they come from a strong family structure.
Yeah.
They understand these things. They have a strong male figure in their family to some degree that they respect.
But then you are expecting more than just looks, then, aren't you?
Well, it's the main thing to get her foot in the door. It's the most important thing, because there's no conversation if she's not attractive first.
Okay, so what's your type?
Not fat,
Okay.
not a hoe,
What would you classify as fat?
polite. It's just crazy to me how, like, there's so many girls that are, like, you know, big as hell. Like, I weigh about 195 to 200 pounds. There's girls that weigh as much as me, and I'm 6'3". So it's like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'll be 100 kilos and expect you
So
to.
you want to feel bigger than the woman?
It's not about me feeling bigger. It's just about, I don't want a girl. It's unacceptable. Just like women don't want a man shorter than them. I don't want a girl big as hell. Facts.
Do you not think that's quite like offensive to women?
In what way?
Calling them fat as hell.
Yeah, because they're in direct control of every morsel of food that goes in their mouth. That's even worse. Just like a dude is in control of how much money he earns, woman's in control of how much food she consumes.
Also, men are in control of how much food they consume, so men can also get
Well,
overweight.
yeah, it's unacceptable to be fat as a man as well, but it's even worse when you're a female, because at least as a man, you can make up for your lack of aesthetics. Men have to provide value and utility in way more than one way. Women, you guys have one job. Make what more? 2 jobs. Be hot, 3 jobs. And don't be not hard.
That is ridiculous. So all you require from a woman, and you think all we're capable of as women,
Wow. All right, family, let's get into this.
We heard that right there. My only one I see is PA buffering. Okay, so look, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go down the line. Of course, we're gonna go with ladies first. Okay, Gracie, we're gonna go with you. We're gonna go with brother M3, and we're going to go with Uncle Ferg, and of course myself. And so, unless Soap wants to go before me, I don't. Sometimes he wants to go last. You know, likes to be the last but not least ass nigga. I got you. He like to drop the bomb last. So look,
Whatever.
I'm going to ask this question first, but then, you know, outside of that, you can freestyle and you can just respond to what you've heard so far. We still got some more to go, so don't worry, it gets even better. All right, so Gracie and everybody else, this is what I want to start off with. Let's start off with this one. He says you cannot respect women and understand them. Gracie, give me your take behind that, and whatever else you want to also acknowledge what we heard thus far. Rock out.
Okay. First of all, he said a lot of things that are reasonable, but it's how he said it. He doesn't know how to articulate his thoughts and what he's trying to express. So that's what turned me off about him. But the context of what he was saying has a lot of validity into it. Okay. It's okay to a man not want a fat chick. You can't get mad at that man. You know, he likes what he likes. But the way you go about it, he could have been a little bit, you know. But it is what it is. Like I mean, I guess I'm different. I've embraced the fact I'm a big girl. Either you love me or leave me alone. Fuck it. You know. For
Gracie,
every
you're
no,
voluptuous. You're not a big girl. You're just fine, Gracie. Stop it. You're just
okay.
fine.
But I was real big back in the days. But because of my mindset and my personality, and I'm still pretty as fuck, I was able to still pull guys. You know what I'm saying? And two, to respect what you can't understand and respect a woman at the same time. That I didn't understand, because to have understanding of a woman will allow you to respect her even more. You'll understand why she's moving the way she's moving. You'll understand why she does the things that she does, and you'll be able to respect those things. That didn't make any sense to me. I mean, to respect a person, you have to understand them. To understand the person, you should respect them. I mean, that was kind of asinine to me. But as far as what he was talking to him, you know, it's the way well, you got 3 jobs. You got this. You got. I mean, dude, you know what I'm saying? Women do add value to a man's life, but we are not equal. And that's the mistake that a lot of women do. They want to be equal, but when it's time not to be equal, he said some truth when he said, you want a traditional man, but you want to act like a modern woman. You cannot get both. You can't. It just doesn't happen. You know, it's either you're going to go 1 foot in or 1 foot out. But a lot of these modern women want traditional men, but they want to act modern, and it's not going to work. And that's why they're still single. You know, if you want a modern dude, then you get you a ratchet modern dude. If you want a traditional man, then you be a traditional woman. But you can't have both. But as far as respecting and understanding women, I think that was moronic, because understanding comes with respect, and respect equals understanding. I digress. My mic is muted.
Respect. It's on you in 3. Going down the line, Uncle Ferg, you next, and PA after that. Rock out.
Thank you. So, yeah, the only thing I just disagree on, where he kind of like broke it down to respect value. If you understand women, you should be able to be the guy that's like, you know, cool, calm, collective. Because here's the thing, a lot of men who disrespect women, who don't really have respect for themselves, is due to the fact that they don't understand women. So we don't understand women. You get frustrated by their behavior. You know, you want to, like, you know, do tick for tack when they hurt you. But the thing is, once you understand, you know, female nature and how they are, you have no choice, right? I'm not saying like I respect bad behavior, but it's like I have an understanding of how women operate. So I'm not gonna like get all personal and get into my emotions about it. I'm just going to respect the fact that this is how nature was intended. This is how the majority are, especially in the United States. So I need to make sure as a man that I act accordingly and I don't take them seriously. I think if he kind of broke it down into that science, as opposed to saying like, well, because I understand women, I don't have to respect them. So then it kind of makes me question, like, okay, well, when you didn't at one point didn't understand women, did you have a high regard and have a high respect for them? But then also too, Myron, in my opinion, because I saw most of his content anyway from the Fresh and Fit show, he's an emotional guy, a highly emotional guy. He's like the type of guy that will argue and cuss women out for hours if they don't agree with him. So to me, it's kind of hard for me to kind of take it as face value by him saying all that rhetoric. But other than that, no, women and men are not equal, because we have different roles and we have different responsibilities. But I'm not going to say that you're any lesser than me. I'm not going to say that I'm better than you. I'm not even going to go there with that part. I just know that when it comes to equality, when life is expected for us to lead, to, you know, control, to do whatever that we need to do to hold like our families together, the responsibility does weigh on our shoulders. But when it's time for them to do their task, whatever they're good at, then leave it up to them. Again, we're different people, so I'm going to end off like that.
I like that. Thank you, M3. Uncle Ferg, it is on you, sir. What you got? PA, you next.
What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good weekend. You know, I agree with the brother, and you know, listen, I respect all people, but the thing that I've always gotten into is respect for womanhood and respect for manhood. If you're a woman and you claim to be a woman and you shout that out to the world, then you got to have all of the skills that society deems to be a woman. You better be able to put all that shit on display. When I come into your presence and I'm looking to be in your life, you better have all that shit on the smorgasbord. I want to see you cook, clean, smell good, take a bath, work, fucking whatever it is you got to do. Take care of your children, make sure that they eat good, make sure that they dress properly, make sure that they're respectful. Yeah, if that's you, by all means, you respect womanhood. Even me, I'm going to respect womanhood. I ain't going to call you out your name unless I'm clapping the cheeks. I ain't going to put my hands on you unless I'm grabbing your buns. I ain't going to get off into all that. I never in my life have tried to understand women. Never. I understand how they are to me. That's all I worry about. You can go back and forth all day. I don't care. As long as when you go back and forth with the world, when you come to me, you the person that you came to me to be. If not, then I've always moved on. I never spent time trying to figure women out. That's the problem. Don't ever try to figure a woman out. If she's not giving you what you need or want, move the fuck on. Simple as that. Don't stress yourself out. Because ain't no cake better than the next cake. It's all the same. Some get wet, some get tight, some just sloppy as hell. Some smell like roses, some smell like fucking frogs. Depending on what you like. Again, you know, I think men are, of course, better in some capacity. You know, I had to tell my wife a couple of months ago because we was talking about sports. I just said, look, don't ever argue with me about sports. I know everything sports A to Z. You can't even have a conversation. And when it comes to you making that fucking apple cobbler, I ain't gonna argue with you because you know how to make that shit taste good. Been tasting good for the last 10 years since I met you. So that shit good as hell. You can put your foot in it. I'm gonna eat that shit. I mean, it's just I think we go too deep sometimes in trying to understand everybody else's role, and we see that our roles are failing altogether because we ain't getting married, but we show our fucking though. We the best fuckingest motherfuckers in the world. I don't care what nobody say. So to me, you know, I don't know, man. You know, yes, and I'll say this, Grace. He was cocky. What as the word? He was arrogant in what he said because he's sure of himself.
We're not done with the video.
He's
you ain't
sure
seen shit yet.
He's sure of who he is, so I can understand that. But you know what I'm saying? You can respect women. You should respect women. You don't know these people. You don't know what they could bring. But also, you know, look deeper. Respect. Does she have respect for womanhood? And that you'll be able to figure out. And fuck how they act towards others.
Hey, real quick.
I'm done, man.
No. You're good. You're good. PA, right before we get to you, I just have two quick questions for Uncle Ferg. Uncle Ferg, first part of the question is two-part. If you don't mind me asking, Uncle Ferg, how many years have you been married?
10.
10 years you've been married. Uncle Ferg, and I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I mean, because you are with your wife, so I mean, I give you that. You've been with your wife for 10 years and you don't understand her?
No. I understand how she's going to come to me. That's all I worry about. I don't try to, is she this way? No. How does she treat me when she wake up? I don't have the problems, guys. My wife cooks 5 days a week. She fixes my plate.
You tend to your wife?
When needed, yeah. My wife don't have to touch shit out.
Would you say that when you tend to your wife and or when you do things for your wife, would you say that you do it in a fashion in which she would appreciate?
Yeah, she tells me all the time.
Do you believe that you're able to do that without understanding that woman?
Well, I don't have to. I understand.
Or at least some level of?
I have an understanding because I've been able to watch her move. I've been able to listen to her speak, what she speaks about, what she finds important. So I understand it, but I don't go trying to understand it because I'm looking at how is she treating me and responding to me. I guess I'm selfish in me because I'm like, okay, how are you responding to me? How you move to me? And then
Does that not come with understanding that woman?
Well, I will learn to understand her based off of that. So at some point now, I understand.
So you do understand your woman. So you've been with her for 10 years. So would you not say that part of the significant importance of you all being together is understanding, if not overstanding one another?
Yeah, you're going to learn to understand somebody you've been around. You know,
That's all.
That's just natural. You know, I buy flowers just because it's Tuesday. We don't listen, and we don't celebrate holidays. She don't get no Christmas gifts, no Valentine, no birthday or nothing. But guess what? I'll come in here on a Tuesday with something for her. Just because I know her now and understand her. You know what I'm saying? She like, damn, you did, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. Shit, she gives me. I don't have I get everything I want, pretty much everything. Yeah, she bought a stripper pole about 2 years ago, and we've been stripping like a motherfucker around her. And I will make this for the last comment about the video about the love weight. Y'all motherfuckers ain't married. Y'all get to married and you married a white wife and she cooking, your ass gonna be 10 pounds heavier. You can best believe that. And she gonna be a little 10 pounds too. So, yeah, when you single, keep that shit tight. All that shit should be tight. You should be able to look down and see your penis from to the floor. If you can't, your ass is too fat. Get rid of that shit. If you can't see your little Harry's woman, you're too fat. Get rid of that shit so you can be attractive. And then, shit, y'all get married, you're gonna gain some fucking weight. That's just my take on it. So I could be wrong, but try
it's on you, PA. And after PA, I'm gonna give unless you want to go or whatever, then after whatever, we're gonna get back to the video and keep it pushing or whatever. PA, go ahead, rock it out. You got the floor. I digress. My mic is muted.
Matter of fact, I'm continuing the video after you speak, Smitty.
All right. That's a bet. No problem.
Look, now, this is a lot. And so, now we're not equal, but who gives a damn? Like, why? Look, man, this is very difficult to sit here and try to answer a lot of this.
No, I got you, PA. Listen, remember my main question. My main question, PA, is do you believe that we can respect? Because I think I heard you say I disagree. Can we respect women and understand them at the same time?
Yes.
Let's just stay there.
100%.
Go ahead, rock out on that.
So okay. So like, I have children, right? And my child is half of him, half of his mother. Man, I don't want to even keep this personal, but her legs, he would not be fast as no. Look, women, okay. So women have to be respected because they half of who our generations are. Does that make sense? Like, so my son's has
keep going, nigga. It'll make sense once you finish.
Yeah, right. You know, his mother's legs are fat or longer than my son is faster than me because he has his mother's legs. And he is 16 and is heavily recruited and is heavily, and what I'm saying, and his hands are bigger than mine because his hands are bigger than mine, even though his mother's hands aren't big as mine, but she has hands that are bigger than the average female. So half of her genes is that, and now his hands are bigger than mine. This motherfucker this dude can whip my ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a bad MF. And you know why? Because his mom. Okay, let's just keep it funky. All right. Now,
how tall is his mom?
Now, excuse me, ladies. of the night or whoever you are, I want to have a son who is the baddest. He's the baddest boxer or fighter alive, or the baddest football player or athlete, or somebody who just socks people in their face and knock them out. Guess what race they mama have to be, or guess who they mama have to be? They mama can't be no weak ass person. They mama have to be a bad mofo, man. So if you don't respect that half of your DNA is going into your descendants for generations, then you don't respect women who respect you, and they are looking at you the same way that I'm looking at them. Because his mother's legs are long and he's faster than me. Right? So y'all gonna sit there and be like, oh, you want to cook, you want to clean? Can that bitch run 100? Can she dog walk?
You need a track star. You need a track star. You need a track star.
Yes. Y'all ain't looking for the motherfuckers in the Olympics, bro. And then, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want y'all son to sit there and just do all of this extra stuff. And then y'all be like, well, I just wanted her to cook and clean and respect me, and I'm better than her. No, you need somebody who can
Gracie, can you run 4-4?
Outrun women. I mean, outrun men.
No, I got
Y'all be
short
like,
ass
man,
legs.
But
I can cook up a sweet potato pie.
Now, damn her cleaning. Can she go out running? Can she run a 10? Can she run a 1100 flat? Can she outrun Marion?
What's that gonna do for me running 11 flat? I'm 49 years old.
It makes you a better breeder, Gracie. He's saying it. You're a better breed. You're a better chance of breeding like horses. Apparently, we're now like horses.
Well, that factory's been shut down 8 years ago, so I'm done with that. I'm done.
Just 8 years.
I mean, you could, with a baker,
8 years prior, Grace. If you can outrun those people,
yeah, wow.
I probably need to shoot up the club.
All right. Well, look. So, so if you can get ready to pull it up, we're gonna get ready to get the video going. So my take so far is this: look, when it comes to the whole, can you understand women and respect them at the same time? Yeah. I mean, I personally, PA, go ahead. I personally believe that the more I do understand that ball of yarn that we all know a woman's mind to be, where fact and truth and emotion and imagination and everything is all connected, right? The better that I understand them, the actually more I do respect, because I start to recognize like, oh, okay, yeah, here come the kooky shit. Oh, okay, back. Oh, I know why you feeling nice and, bubbly, tonight. Okay, right, you in the mood. All of these little things that take place with the woman, in my experience with her, the more I understand, the more I actually do appreciate. And anything that I appreciate is something I damn sure respect. Let's go ahead and get that video going. So, all right, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and see what we got for another 5 minutes. I'll see y'all in 5 minutes.
Definitely fair use, everybody. Fair use. Let's get it. Oh, he put on shades. I don't know.
Don't worry, I'll come in peace.
Making sandwiches, looking good. And what was the third thing? Not being
a whore. Well, I didn't say that's all they're capable of. What I'm saying is that these are things that men tend to value. Women tend to think that we care about like their opinions and all this other stuff. We don't care about none of that. Men actually don't want a lot, guys. We're very simple.
Women's opinions, of course, are valid. This guy has got everything seriously twisted. But you will eventually, won't you? So if you were with a woman and you were settling with a woman and you were growing as a business or something, your woman is naturally going to be right by your side, isn't she? So you are going to value her opinion. You are going to respect.
No, because the reality is when a woman's with a man that she loves, admires, respects, her opinions pretty much become your opinion. girls absorb the strongest man in that they're in a relationship with or that they're linked to. So, for example, if a girl has a strong father, a lot of the time she has a very similar worldview to her father.
Yeah.
If she has strong brothers, she has a similar worldview. If she doesn't have any male, influence, she'll think dumb shit like her mom tells her, oh, man ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. So I can always tell from speaking with a woman if she has a father or some kind of strong masculine figure in her life. That's why we don't care about y'all opinions, because we know it could be morphed by whatever.
But some women do have a great mind, and they do have helpful opinions, and they do have a different opinion that maybe, well, actually, I wouldn't have thought about it like that because I'm in such a masculine state that sometimes you forget the femininity is actually really important too when it comes to certain things.
Her opinion matters, but she has to earn that, right? So, like, a lot of girls think that we care about their opinion early on in the relationship or whatever. We really don't, because a man's life is way harder than a woman's life. So whatever opinion you have, it's kind of null and void.
I don't necessarily think a man's life is harder than a woman's life. I think men have a hard life, women have a hard life, but we have different struggles.
Yeah, these feminists are stupid.
If he spent even a day in a woman's shoes, he would know that that is a lie. I think the only thing that's different with men and women is women have a great support system. So any of our struggles are like shared, they're halved, whereas a man is literally on your own. You don't really have that friendship group that you could go and release your emotions to. No. That doesn't mean that anyone's life's harder. It just means we both have equally hard lives, and
we must become excellent. Like, women have the privilege of being mediocre and still being.
Yeah, she's losing to that argument.
Taken seriously by society, still finding a man to take care of them. Also, on the other hand, if we don't become excellent, our reality reflects that. We get no chicks, no one respects us, no one wants to hang out with us. So as a man, you must go out there and become successful. For women, you don't have to.
You'll never experience childbirth. You'll never experience pregnancy. You'll never experience menstrual cramps.
That's a choice.
Menstrual cramps aren't a choice.
Okay, but pregnancy is.
But if you wanted a child, because it's not just a singular choice, is it? It's between two people. So if you wanted a child, you can't physically have your own child. It'd be on your woman.
This is a perfect example of women always seeing the finish line and not actually seeing the race. What needs to happen for a child to be born?
The obvious.
Sex, right?
Sexual.
How does a man go about getting sex?
I don't know. You have a load of hosts, so it's probably really easy.
Delusional. What's new? Let's talk about the race. Let's talk about the guy having to build his value up. Let's talk about the guy being useless at 18 years old versus a woman at 18 years old. Everyone's trying to fly her out. If she's hot enough, she has an Instagram profile. She's getting offers from dudes that are, $1 million, $2 million net worth, etc. As a man, you have to build yourself up to even be able to get sex. Women are just offered sex.
I don't think that's true, actually, because if you're a good-looking guy, like you said, there's plenty of women around that will happily have sex. If you're a good-looking guy,
we all know that it's not easy for guys to get laid.
It's easy to get some pussy. That dude, man, come on, man. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. Well, wait, hold on. But you have to understand, right?
As we watching porn or subscribing to OnlyFans or all this other fuckery that we got going on with sex.
It's not harder for men to have sex. It might be harder for men to have sex with higher value women. But like you said, there's hoes everywhere. There's women of less value or less attractive than you that would happily sleep with you. So it's not harder.
And they pussy is good too. And they pussy might be better than your funk ass. Man,
mute your mic, gay. Come on, rock out.
Okay, what does it take to be a good-looking guy?
It depends. Everyone's idea of good-looking differs, but most people find a lot of men attractive these days.
Okay.
Like the standards aren't very high.
I keep it simple. So for as a guy to be attractive, you have to be tall. Most women want a guy over 6 feet tall. Most men don't.
Most say this, but then when it actually comes down to it,
when it comes down to it, they have to settle.
And you ask them about their past, most men probably aren't over.
Well, you said good looking and casual sex. So if a woman's going to go ahead and have casual sex and good looking with a guy, she's typically going to want a guy that's like very, very attractive.
It depends how drunk she is. People get laughed into bed all the time.
The point I'm trying to make is that women typically want a guy who's better than them in every regard. So for a guy to get sex is very difficult. And then you're mentioning, oh, well, he could just be good looking. That's not easy for a man. You have to go to the gym. You have to build your body up. You have to dress well.
No!
smell well. Then you have to also have
But
game. Even if you're a good-looking
also
guy,
the same for a woman.
she's got no fucking idea, man.
He has absolutely zero idea.
Do you every good-looking guy you talk
Yes,
to?
he
No,
don't. None of you
absolutely
motherfuckers got
Okay.
I'm not talking about me. You said you surround yourself with hoes, and I'm saying if you do surround yourself with hoes, then sex is easily obtainable. In
Good
that
looks
sense.
a lot of the times might get your foot in the door, but if you're not able to convey yourself in a certain way, have a certain tonality, have a certain confidence, speak in a certain way.
Do you not think that's the same with a woman?
No.
We still have to go to the gym.
No,
still
we
have to
actually appreciate when you guys are quiet.
I've had enough.
I mean, to the person made a comment, it's
How we gonna do this is we're gonna do yes, Gracie. I definitely know PA wants to get in there because this nigga just couldn't sit in his seat. And so yeah, Gracie, are you there? Are you there, twin? Okay now.
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
here.
Looking oh so lovely tonight. Go ahead and
Thank
rock
you.
out, give us your take. PA, you're next, and then definitely M3 and down the line. Oh, hold on. So you want to go before Uncle Ferg?
No. Go ahead and shoot, yo.
Okay, bet. So boom, there we go right there. Rock out, Gracie, on what you got so far now. Real quick. Say what you want to say, but this is my opening bar question, and everybody's to answer this and then freestyle from there. Is a man's life harder? Be honest, Gracie.
Absolutely.
It is?
Absolutely,
Okay,
a
go
man's
ahead, go
harder
ahead.
because a lot of the responsibilities and duties are put upon a man. This world was built on men. I'm not saying that women are not there too, but women would not be able to survive without men, but a man can survive without a woman. And that's the cockiness that women think that we can survive. No, we can't. Okay? We need our men. And because they've been raised all their lives, niggas ain't shit. We don't need a man. You can do it all by yourself. But let you get a flat tire on the highway. Yeah, some women were taught to change a flat tire, but most of them are going to do what? Call a man to come help them. You know, and we have to, as women, recognize that. Don't let me get into statistics about the careers that most men do and women won't do. Okay? Yes, there was a story about a lesbian that personified herself as a man, and she ended up deleting herself because she couldn't emotionally handle the trauma that she went through being disguised as a man, how she was treated.
I remember that story.
Young men have to provide. You have to protect. You have to build this world for us. Yes, a man's life is harder than a woman's. Okay? And men are there for us to make life easier for us. Life does not start with a woman. Life starts with a man from their loins. A woman cannot get pregnant unless a seed is dropped in her. Okay? Yes, we need each other. Yes, we both add value to each other's life. But who was made first? I mean, let's think about it this way. My man was made in God's image. God saw that man couldn't do it by himself, so he took one of his ribs and made us, and we're all their helpmates. Not no fucking boss chick. Not no this and that, because all them degrees, big houses, and purses don't mean shit when you need protection and the covering of a man. And that is the cockiness that women have today. So when we go into martial law and this shit get into purge, I know I'm going to be well protected. But can some women say the same? Can some women say the same because they've dissed men all their lives because they say they don't need men? Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I digress. My mic is muted. I know a lot of women ain't gonna like what I said, but you know what? You don't like it because there's a lot of
It's
truth
not
in
about
it.
that, Gracie. You said what you had to say.
I hear
And
you,
ain't nobody about to stop you from saying what you have to say. PA, it's on you.
And actually, that was well said. On a side note, Eve had one job, and she failed that too. Anyways.
Grace, I mean, I hope all the best. Yeah. But like you heard that motherfucker say, did you hear that shit? Now,
He wild. He a wild dude, PA.
No. So no. Let's just keep this. So let's just kick this down to a whole different aspect of things that's going on. Like, let me tell you, man, I've dated the worst ladies on the planet. Look, I'm just keeping it a buck. You've seen one of them. You remember that, Smitty? I don't even want to
Yes,
speak.
bro. Yes.
Now, I had to get my rocks off, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I move forward with that. But people are like, oh, yeah, we go sit there and speak on them as far as they gotta do this and they gotta do that. Man, look, man, if you a man who needs a woman to cook, clean, and do anything for you, you ain't a man, bro. You look, man. And I've been preaching this, and I'm gonna preach this to my own child, man. Like, oh, you gotta cook, you gotta clean, and you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Nah, man. Look, man. I'm gonna show up, and I'm gonna give you some male attention for a female, right? And then after that, I'm done. As men, we need to sit there.
What does that mean, PA? I'm gonna give you some male attention. Like, what does that look like, Dad? Like, as Dad, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta ask that, PA. So I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna give you some male attention and or female, and I'm gonna roll out.
You gonna clap them cheeks?
I'm gonna clap them cheeks, and then I might bring a lady with me if you on that gay shit. You know what I mean? And then I might bring
my G,
a female friend that'll go ahead and give you some what you know, because ladies like gay stuff, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm gonna
hold on, wait a minute. Ladies like gay stuff.
Yeah,
what
man.
Oh God.
What
shit. Okay. Apparently, ladies like gay stuff.
Yes, they do.
Go ahead.
My
bad. Go ahead.
I'll bring myself, and then I'll sit there and give them some attention. And then after that, you know. They're gonna sit there and try to rub, just try to get a bed with somebody, man. These ladies are maniacs, bro. They're maniacs. They are maniacs. Trust me, I've been sitting here looking at it for many a day and many a month. So then after that, then they be like, well, I don't want none of that. I just want you. And
no puffy slander, Chocolate. No puffy slander. Go ahead. Rock out, PA.
Oh, puffy slander.
You up next in 3.
Ooh, puffy slander. I gotta make a video about the medicine here, no there. But then ladies just want what they want, man. And then they're gonna sit there and be like, oh, I gotta cook and I gotta clean, and I gotta do this and I gotta do that. Man, do you know how easy it is to cook and clean, man? It's a dishwasher and it's a dishwasher sitting right there. You can load that bad boy up and push 2 buttons and you straight. Then on top of that, cooking is boiling. Boiling, anybody who don't know, is just putting something on the stove and turning a knob.
What?
Yeah. And then you could cook shrimp. Can you imagine that? Wow. How cool is that? Right?
Wait, does this relate to the question of does women have
I don't know where we went. I was just letting PA finish out. Miss Polly, salute, sis. I see you. Huh?
My bad. Does women have what? Let me Smitty, can you please ask me the question once again? Because I'm going to answer it right now.
Is the man's life harder?
Pass
Then
that shit.
who?
A woman.
Pass that shit.
Okay, yeah. So let's so when you get pulled over, bitches, you do who you want to be, a man or a woman? Oh,
I want to be whoever license is in order. I want to be whoever licenses, insurance, and tags, lights, and all that shit is in order. That's what I want to be.
Yes.
I want to be who legit. The fuck? Women go to jail too.
A word. Okay. So a man's life is way harder. A man's life is way harder. You know why? When you get pulled over, ladies who's watching this shit, who would you rather? No. I don't want to hear that. Who would you rather get pulled? When you get pulled over, who would you want to be? A man with 4 men, or a lady with 4 women in the car? That's
What?
just
No. PA. No. Okay. Listen, we gonna go to Miss. Miss Polly gone down. Okay, M3, you are next. All right.
All right, I'll keep it short. A man's life is a lot more challenging than a woman's life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And to even elaborate more, okay, women are born with value. There's pros and cons to this, okay? Because
Right.
in this shallow world of society, the prettier you are, the easier your life will be. But if you're an ugly woman, you're going to have a tough time. However, even if you're like a non-attractive woman, if you was like on social media, maybe you kind of fix yourself up just a little bit, add some little filters, you're gonna still have a bunch of like superficial men climb up to your DMs. You know what I mean? Whereas like a man, like, what are the odds of like having a lot of women come up to your DMs trying to holler at you, or yet alone trying to holler at you in the public if you ain't got your stuff together? You know what I mean? Like, you have to work on a lot of different components. Height you cannot control. But then, yes, at the same time, you have the people in the social media realm that will overlook you based off your height. And that's just like, I'm just speaking for the short people, right? I ain't one of them, but the other thing is that, like, okay, I hear the emphasis on like getting money. Yes, you want to be financially stable, but getting money is not the end all be all. You do have to work on your cosmetics. You got to groom yourself. You got to look good or whatever, and smell good and talk good at the same time. So if you could master all these different components as a man to build yourself up, then you'll have like at least a good chance to having women to like, at least, somewhat give you like give you the opportunity for you to code approach. But you still got to put in more work and still got to approach most of them. They're not going to make it easy for you. And that's just the way it is.
These women want money because these women are part prostitutes.
Yeah, most of the time. A lot
Wait. You try to shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Hold on. We're gonna keep it in order, and we can go from there. Uncle Ferg, I don't know what the fuck just happened. Simon, chill out. Uncle Ferg and Simon, Sir Hector, you can say whatever you want. It sounds like we won one tonight. I know that. I know that sound when I hear it, nigga. I'm just waiting to hear a hiccup.
9, 8, 7. Y'all see the rules at the bottom. You see the ticker. I went over the rules in the beginning.
What are we going to? Come on. So we ain't got to be tight asses now, bro. Come on. We ain't got to do all that. Nobody arguing, bro.
Hold on. No. We will have order. I said the rules in the beginning. They see them at the ticker. If you violate the rules, you're out of here. That's it. I ain't talking no more. Uncle Ferg, you up, and then I'm going after that. And Simon and everybody.
Y'all niggas deal with him, bro. I ain't telling that nigga nothing. So y'all deal with him. Listen, go ahead, Uncle Ferg. It's on you, Simon. After that.
Can I say? I'm gonna say this first out of respect for my brother PA, brother. And listen, I'm not cursing, but Bro, you for the streets, man. You for the streets, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because you living your single life. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect. Just like I would respect a woman living her single life. However, a man's life is definitely more harder than a woman. It doesn't matter what race you are. If you're a white man and your ass don't work, you're gonna live in a trailer park pretty much all your life. Probably have the worst of everything, worst of luck. You're a brother, your shit gonna be 10 times harder. Because one, it's gonna start with your family. It's gonna start with, and please don't have no slow ass children. It's gonna start with your family. Then it's gonna start with your friends. Then it's gonna start with everybody else. Then it's gonna start with the women. Everybody's gonna start pushing you to the side. And eventually you'll be that dude that sleep in that cardboard box around the corner. So of course it happens. Then if you're even a man that has to work himself up, we gotta fucking work 25 years before we can even get to a place where we can start seeing life in a relaxed state. If you stay single and no children, about when you get to your late 30s, you'll start, if you're not blowing your money on bullshit, you'll start having a little money in your pocket. You'll be able to start getting things you need and a little better, get you a nicer car, get you a nicer place. That should happen. A woman, her ass can come out of high school, she fit, she feminine.
Simon, sit still.
She can live a luxury life because somebody.
Why you telling me to sit still when this motherfucker's up here doing some stupid shit as well?
Who's doing stupid shit?
So
what are you doing, Simon?
This
Keep going on,
motherfucker over here is doing some stupid shit.
She can take advantage of it. I mean, and I don't blame her if she has those superficial qualities on the outside. And most men, we don't even, like you said, we don't really care what's in your brain too much unless you start coming of age and telling us we ain't shit and we don't want you. And yeah, but she can look pretty. She has the body. Guys will be in them DMs. Guys will be trying to fly you out, buy you a bag, everything you want just because you look pretty. But she may not have none of those other qualities at all. She may not be able to cook. She ain't giving good head. Her breath stink. Her feet stink. But she look good though. So, you know, it's different, of course. And that's any race. You know, it's just for us, especially men. Hell yeah, black man, oh, your ass gonna be at the bottom. You're gonna be at the bottom, and it's gonna be rough. Because when you remain poor over 40, well, I ain't gonna say that. If you decide that in your life that you like fuck the world, I'm gonna do what I want, whenever I want, you're probably start having trouble with not just in the community, you're still having trouble with the law. Because they see you ain't doing shit. They need somebody to pick on. So don't be in this situation. That's all I got.
Okay.
We are going to Miss Ruby Doll next, and then we're going to Marcus after Soap says whatever he's about to say. Ruby, then Marcus.
Ruby not up here.
You mean Chocolate Earth? Chocolate Earth.
Yeah, Chocolate Earth.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. My bad, Chocolate. I can't see that.
Do look like Ruby.
It does, yo. I'm sorry. My bad, yo.
Let me say this. Let me say this, right? I think each person's experience is anecdotal, so I'm not gonna say men or women have it harder because I never lived a woman's life and I don't know what women go through. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know entirely the things that they face. But there's some men who have an easy life and they don't. You know what I mean? They have a silver spoon in their mouth and they're handed everything, and you know what I mean? They're pampered or whatever else, right? We've seen that. We've gone to school with some people like that. We've seen them in the workforce. We've seen them in different places. You know what I mean? So there's some men who actually don't have it hard and they chilling because maybe their dad or their grandfather, whoever else has made it easy for them to have such accomplishments or such a lifestyle. And we've seen women like that as well, right? So your experience is based on how you grew up with. But, you know what I mean? Outside of that also, each person has different amount of struggles. So each men and women have different struggles at times, you know what I'm saying? Or could have different struggles. So there are things that women may go through that men may never have to go through and vice versa, right? So yeah, women may not have the expectations that are put on them by society to, you know what I mean, to, I guess, de facto lead or, you know, or to be a man or to not cry or not show emotions, right? Or to always be strong and never, you know what I mean, and never show any type of vulnerability and always feel like they got to be the macho man, right? They always got to be on some bravado type stuff. They can't they can't express nothing, right? Even if it matters, that a man always just got to be a man and just, stand on the square at all times, and he can never ever, have a moment when he shows any amount of weakness, right? So, we've seen that BS, put out there and displayed. You know what I mean? So yes, men sometimes can face that societal pressure, but women can face societal pressures too, because there are a lot of women who are being assaulted. They're being raped. They're being treated badly. You know what I'm saying? Not just by just other men in society, but they could be treated badly by men in their own family, just to the fact that there are women and they feel like and other people in their family feel they can take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of women who are put in arranged marriages and put in different things that they don't want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? But they're forced to do that because they're just women and they're not looked at as people. You know what I'm saying? So I think both can face different struggles. You know what I mean? It just depends on how you grew up, where you grew up, and what's going on with you. You know what I mean? But just to say, oh, women have it hard or men have it hard, and then kind of sit on this kind of manosphere bullshit rhetoric, you know what I mean, makes no sense. Because at the end of the day, we can't speak for all men and we can't speak for all women, especially in America, because America is a huge melting pot. So you got people coming from each and everywhere around the country. Now, in your state,
I can speak for America.
Hold on. In your state, in your city, your country, you may be able to say, you know what I'm saying, what is what, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, you can only speak for where you're at, not where anybody else is at, but where you're at, right? So if I'm in California, I can speak to how people move in Cali, but even then, I can't speak for every community in Cali because I'm not every race, I'm not every culture. You know what I mean? And each race and culture is different, and they play by different rules. So I think if you live in different places or you've been around different places, you kind of understand and know that. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. And please do not interrupt. Like I said, I already put the rules up. If I'm talking, don't interrupt me, man. Like, just please. Like, I'm really trying to be as civil and as chill as possible. Because I'm not interrupting nobody. I let everybody speak. I haven't said anything. Just show me that same respect. I'm asking.
So.
What's up?
Let's go ahead and let's get to the video, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm getting turned off from this shit, bro. For real. Go ahead and let's get to the video.
I am too.
So let's just get to the video, bro. I heard you. Everybody heard the rules, my nigga. Go ahead and let's get to the video.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna let Chocolate Earth go because I told we were gonna go next. Chocolate Earth, go ahead, sister, and then Simon, you can go after that, and then Marcus go after that. Go ahead, Chocolate.
Thank y'all for having me up here. I'm a pass on this one. So y'all got it.
Good shit, Chocolate. Good shit. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. So
it's on you, bro. Go ahead.
No, I'm cool. I just don't really like when some people say some things about some things don't fucking understand. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just saying I don't like it.
Okay, I appreciate the apology, brother. I appreciate the apology. Thank you for coming back up and apologizing. I appreciate that. Much love. Marcus, it's on you.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to just point out, like, first of all, shout out to everybody, and hopefully everyone's doing all right, aside from everything that's been happening. But, I just like the fact that when we're talking about certain subjects, like these kinds of things, like, we understand, like, we're not stupid. We're not naive. We don't have, for the most part, I hope we don't have our heads up our asses. But there is a difference, though, like, and especially in Western societies. It's a different thing. It's a different culture, especially when, women are more pedestalized, catered to, and everything is more advertised to them, especially in these kind of markets. So, it is true for the most part. I think most women in America, I'm not saying all, but most, get the luxury of having to maybe live a more abundant lifestyle and a more lifestyle that's different compared to the man. So I do think that men, for the most part, do have to show that grind. However, that makes us different because, the few women that will respect it or understand it later, those are the real women, and the ones that take it for granted, we know where they fall in what category, if you know what we're talking about. But, yeah, I just, that's just the truth. The numbers speak for itself as well. especially if you're the 80% consuming market too. So yeah, and then the, you know, court systems and stuff like that also. But yeah, other than that, man, just I want to just continue the show. I know you guys are busy and you guys have a schedule, so I'm gonna just mute up. I'm done. Thank you again for having me.
Definitely. I'm gonna continue the video. Everybody stay on mute. Fair use. All right, let's get it.
But if we went on a first date and I
Yeah.
sat there and I was like, you're going to think, one, she's boring. Two, she's got no personality. Three, she's got zero substance. Now, as much as you say all you want is someone to look good and make sandwiches, realistically, you're going to get so bored of that if the person you're dating has no substance.
Well, most are boring in general. Imagine as a guy, and you know, hot girls want to fly you out and suck your and smash you just for you existing. Would you actually go to the gym and develop yourself? The answer is a profound fucking no. And the hottest especially are boring.
That's not also very true. I think it just depends on how you were raised and your upbringing and what you were surrounded with. He is wrong. I do not care. That is wrong. There's a lot of people that you wouldn't find attractive that are also boring. There's a lot of people in general.
But no one
that
cares
are
about ugly
very
girls.
boring.
No one cares about ugly girls. But what I'm saying is that hot girls a lot of times are boring because they've never had to develop themselves to become attractive. And they've gotten everything that they've ever wanted simply by being hot. So why?
I think it's a very small
Why
minority
did it need
of
to
people,
develop?
though.
Why didn't no one gives a shit about ugly girls? Just like no one cares about broke guys in front of 7-Eleven asking for money. You're invisible. Attractive women are common.
Yeah, of course they are.
They're
But
fairly common.
the attractive women that have had everything handed to them and never had to work and
That's true.
never had to build a personality, that's quite rare because a lot of people that I know that are attractive are very great people and they've had not everything handed to them. They've still grafted, they've still worked, and they've obtained a great personality.
Like women, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to remember that what women are interested in and what men are interested in are two different things.
He keeps saying about women don't like men unless they've got money, but I know guys out here that don't give a fuck about money.
The reason why I say women live life on easy mode is because they reserve the right to be useless if they want. But as a
I
man,
don't think so.
hold on, well, okay.
But go on.
How many
sorry.
useless do you know that are with rich guys? You probably know a bunch.
No, I
They're
don't.
stupid. They don't make any money. They don't do nothing.
I don't know any.
You don't know? Okay, well, in the real world, okay, there's very attractive women that have no skills,
Yeah.
right? That are with exceptional men, and they're able to do so because they're attractive. Now, with that said, I'm not knocking all women out there. Girls want to go to school and make money and be successful. That's cool. But the key is they don't have to. However, as a man, you cannot be a loser and get an exceptional woman.
But you can, especially in this generation where women want equality and women want to overpower a man. There's women out there that are doing really
Those
well.
relationships never
and
last.
but
Those relationships never last.
Does it ever last vice versa?
Yeah.
Or does he
Men
want to?
rarely leave relationships.
Yeah, but they
It's the
do
girls
though
that
because
leave. Women leave, men don't. We know that 80% of divorces are initiated by women, and men rarely, if ever, leave women unless like they do some really vile shit. So, once again, a girl that doesn't understand how the real world works.
they don't leave the relationship. They just obtain other relationships during their relationship in order for the woman to leave.
Still in a relationship, they don't end it.
But is it really a relationship? Or some
Yeah.
false pretenses now, isn't it?
Men almost always want other women. That's just how it goes.
Is that true though? Or do you
Yes.
think when you really love someone that you will just stay in a monogamous relationship?
Monogamy is a lie.
For who?
For men, the guys that sit there and say, "I want to be monogamous," 9 out of 10 times they're lying. It's cope. They want to have other women. They just either A, are too scared to admit it, B, don't have the sexual market value to attract multiple women, or C, all the above.
Do you know what? You don't actually realize how men think until you start dating them and this intense with this whole grilling thing, and they're really open about that. They all just want to women all day long, no matter what relationship, no matter what, and they think it's absolutely fine. It's not fine, guys. It's fucking damaging. Stop listening to online people, because you know what the truth is. If they find a good woman, they're not going to fuck anyone else anyway. They're just damaged. Let them heal. Come back to them. Don't listen to them, because they're just going to damage you as well. I'm not saying that men aren't naturally going to want other women, because that's a very natural thing for men. I understand that. But you're going to break your relationship or risk your relationship in order to obtain another woman during
Why not tell her I'm going to have multiple girls? Why not be honest?
But then she might not stay.
Well, that's why most guys lie. But if your value's high enough, you tell her straight up, I'm going to have other women, and they accept it.
And this is why I always say, the more money you have, you think you can buy your way out of morality.
We always put morality in the female frame. Oh, it's immoral for you to have, multiple women. It's immoral for you to want to have other chicks. I could turn around and be like, well, it's immoral for you to want a guy that has money. It's immoral for you to want a guy that's 6 foot tall. It's immoral for you to want a guy that's better than you.
But it's natural, though. That's
it's natural for me to want.
It's natural for you to want it,
to have
but
women.
It's whether you're going to go and do that.
Hold on. So it's okay for you to want and actually take action on having a guy that's 6 foot tall, that makes money, that has status, that is attractive, that's charming, that's good looking. But it's immoral for me to enact on my natural want, which is multiple women.
Yes, because it's very different. And a woman and man, like you said, you're
Wait, hold on.
It's someone who's
let's
not
make this
fat.
even more fun. Hold on.
That's the
Let's make this
same
even more
thing.
fun. This is a perfect example of women thinking that their double standards are more important than yours. So, for example, they want to sit there and say, I want a guy that makes money and tall and successful and strong, etc. But if you want multiple women, it's a problem.
He is the epitome of delusional.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very interested in the ladies on the panel.
Hold on. Did chocolate drop off already? Yes, she did. Okay. Grace, go ahead. Wait, is that her? Okay, so Grace and Chocolate, because Chocolate didn't get to speak yet. Then we'll go from there.
Well, what's the question for this part of the segment, or just speak on it?
What have you seen so far? Like, what do you think about what you've seen so far?
As far as this segment, I've come to realize that men are visual creatures. A lot of men weren't built to have just one woman. And as long as they keep it G about who they are and what they want, then I have mad respect for them. It's the ones that lie and say, oh, I love you, I'm going to be faithful, but then you have the side chicks and you have this and you have that. But if you tell me the truth, and I get it, a lot of men won't tell the truth because a lot of women can't handle the truth. We say we want the truth, but we really can't handle it. So that's why it's easier to lie, But I'm the type of chick, I'd rather you tell me, give me the options. I didn't dated a guy that told me he was dating multiple chicks. I said, that's fine. But when I call and I want my time, that's it. It's my time. And I don't worry about what he's doing with other people. There was an understanding. Now, does that understanding get blurred along the way because emotions get caught up and things change? Absolutely. But I think if people just keep it honest and really have those real conversations, we will have less fuckery going on. But everybody wants to portray a persona that they're really not, just to get what they want. And once they get it, then you see the real person. I mean, honestly, and a lot of people will say that, oh, that's weak mindset. But you got to be honest with y'all. Yeah, men say they're going to be faithful, but look at the divorce rate. Look at the infidelity. That only goes to prove that it's a fucking fantasy that we were sold as little girls, Walt Disney movies, happily ever after. There are couples that do make it along the way. But in the generation that we live in today, it's just I don't see it. I mean, do I hope to be in a good, healthy, faithful relationship? Absolutely. But if it doesn't happen, then my whole world is not going to fall apart. But women are delusional, thinking that all men can be faithful, and it's not the case. And the divorce and the infidelity situation is indicative that that's not the case. We can hope for the best and follow our vows, but a lot of us humans fail at that. I digress, and my mic is muted.
Love you, Greg.
M3, go ahead, M3.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. A buck being 100%. Okay. A lot of us, man, especially if you're already in a current relationship and you probably made your vows or whatever, and fell into the monogamy trap. Okay. Not to say me personally with any regrets, but I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of men, right, are not gonna openly admit, especially on this panel or on social media, because one, we don't want to hurt no one's feelings. Two, we already know we're going to be heavily judged and criticized. And it's unfortunate, right, that most men will be afraid to speak the truth. So just allow me to do this for you guys, okay? Look, if polyamory or polygamy, however it's called, right, was a part of the American culture, hell yes, okay, we're going to be taking full advantage and be sleeping around and being married to multiple women. In the scriptures, in the Bible or whatever, for those who, whatever, read their books or whatever, a lot of, if you go through the history, most high value men, which were the kings and the rulers and emperors, they had multiple women. Even Abraham had Sarah and a few other people. And at that time, that was a thing to pretty much multiply even further. Some were, second wives. Some were not the first best. But those women, they had to understand and accept that back in those times. Now, again, for people who don't believe, you don't have to, whatever. That's just what it is. But to me, honestly, especially men who have a little bit of value, it takes a lot of strength to still remain monogamous, especially if you're having a lot of women throwing themselves at you, like Drake or Tyrese or whatever, So, I mean, if you still stick around with the American culture of marriage and stuff, good for you. If you could toughen up and hold on your own. But as Kevin Samuels will say, a man is only faithful based off his options. And I actually kind of believe him when he's saying that. Honestly, it's just that men could, the average man could easily say, nah, man, I'm 100% down for monogamy. Because you don't really have any options at your disposal. You don't have no girls throwing their panties at you. Let's just be honest with that. So it's easy for anybody to say whatever they want to say to kind of sugarcoat and hide their true feelings and intentions are. But for most men, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not including myself or whatever, but I would just say for men who did the polygamy life or whatever and still live to tell it, for some, that was pretty much the best moments of their life. Now, am I going to say that's did they have any ups and downs or whatever? I'm for sure they probably did. Because there's always pros and cons to anything. But again, it's based off your lifestyle. If you come at the person correct and say, hey, I enjoy this lifestyle, this is how I operate, and you're being honest with her and she shoots you down, then cool. At least you're not lying to her. But the problem is some men, right? Most men are going to lie to these women, tell them that they love them, and then they have a mistress to the side or all kinds of stuff because they wasn't being 100% at the start. And those are the ones I can't really respect, to be honest with you. So hopefully I clear that up, and I digress. I know I said a lot, but
It's all
Chocolate.
good, bro. Chocolate, it's on you. After
Is it?
chocolate, Brother Payne. After chocolate, and Brother Payne go, and everybody else go. We about to close soon, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna let everybody share one more time.
Hold up, man.
You know what
I want to bring this up. He said the polygamy lifestyle is great, dude. I've had to deal with two ladies.
Hold on, brother Payne. Hold on.
Man, okay,
You'll get a
y'all
chance
go
to
ahead.
share, but hold
No,
on.
it's
I
not
got
what
chocolate.
you think it is, man. It's
Hold on. I got chocolate. I got RP.
Yeah,
and
I'm
you
here.
after that. Go ahead, chocolate.
I think I'm more astonished. I think I'm in shock. I'm just listening. Shoot. I guess I'm just not understanding the advice that's given in this. So what characteristics is the nice guy and the high value guy? Is that the same person? Is that what do you guys consider yourselves that in that regard? That's why you are or are not with someone? Like, I guess I'm just confused on the labeling and but it has nothing behind it. Like, what are the steps? What are the traditions of that? What is it that we're trying to create when we say that, women aren't marrying nice guys and that there are these high value men that are only looking for these type of women? And so I'm just like, okay, well, you guys as men, you talk this up, say your piece about it. What exactly is that descriptor? And would you even put yourself in that category? Y'all got it.
No. You gotta keep going with this one, baby.
There's a difference between a nice guy and a good guy.
Hold on. Hold on.
No.
Hold on. I know y'all heard exactly what I said, right? Right? Y'all can listen, right? Brother Payne is next. Go ahead.
Bro, we don't have to talk to adults like children, bro.
But I said
What the fuck are we doing, bro? Why you talking to adults like kids, my nigga?
I'm not repeating
Why you
myself
talking to
over
adults
again.
like kids, though, bro?
I could do what I want, Smitty.
All right, do that shit by yourself,
That's
nigga.
law. Fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, Brother Payne.
Hey, listen. One of the things I have an issue with is when women talk about men cheating. It's all a projection. Women cheat as much or more than men ever do. So let's stop this narrative about men cheating. It's just bullshit. Stop. Women crave attention. Women have a sneaky link. They have a bunch of men in their orbits and all that shit. So, I don't want to say anything bad about women, but stop talking about and gaslighting men about saying we cheat. Women cheat like a motherfucker. So stop it. Men in the West have already acquiesced that we're not getting virgins as wives. We're not getting virgins or chase women. We know this whole notion that we're insecure and all that is bullshit. We already understand that our women have had sex with other men, and we don't give a shit about that as long as you don't embarrass us, and as long as you ain't a porn star, as long as you ain't all that stupid shit. So let's stop trying to shame men about we cheat. Women
Not
cheat.
only have they had sex,
Let me.
they've
I'm gonna
been
be
nutted in by other dudes. Nutted.
So let's just even the playing field there, okay? So let's move that. Let's
How
move
can
the
you
bar
even a
away
playing
from
field
that.
get nutted in? So
Okay,
y'all want to
let me-
switch to some other dudes nut?
Let me finish this. So that's number one. So because I don't begrudge women for having their sexual desires and all that kind of stuff, but stop trying to shame men and that we're some kind of unicorns in terms of sex. Women, you guys control the sexual marketplace. We play in it. We just want to put the tip in and all that other kind of stuff.
Don't nobody believe that. I'm sorry. Don't nobody believe that part.
Every so often, y'all let us do it.
Great. One mic.
So let's move on. So the other point, and I'm almost lost the other point on this one, but that point was my main one. The other thing is, what was the other thing that we were talking about? Intellectual down here. I just want to hit one thing on that. I can't really hit it.
No, it was just a video. You're just reacting to the video that we're getting shown.
I missed that video, but anyway. So if I have to land it there, I just think that I like Grace. I like everybody else. But we got to stop trying to make men some kind of villains when it comes to cheating, because women cheat like a fucking motherfucker, man. I'm sorry for my language, but it's just true. And so let's just be on equal footing on that. You give us grace, we give you grace, we move on. If we want to marry you, if we want to wife you up, it's not because you guys are chaste. We're way past that. We're not even asking for virgins anymore. We just want you to be loyal. We want you to give us respect. We don't want you to be slutted out in front of all our peers and that kind of stuff. So if we can agree to that, we can have a good relationship. So I'll land it there.
Uncle Ferg, you next.
Oh man, if he was in his original country that he was born in, this wouldn't even be an issue. It's just part of what their country does, part of their culture. The fact that he's in America, America has different rules. Pretty much those rules was placed when they started freeing us long john melanated men. No way they was gonna let you run around with 3 or 4 women slanging and banging Becky. There's no fucking way. So they put the rules in, but it really goes against our true nature. If we had a choice and the world was just unruled, then shit, most men would have 4 or 5 different chicks they be banging. Most females would understand that he got other females, just part of who he is. However, with the rules and laws in America, it's a trap in itself.
Hey, Trey Ferg, give me 1 minute. 1 second. Trey Ferg, I live Isaiah 4, chapter 1. Anybody just write that down, look it up on your own. Go ahead, Trey. Thank you.
So, listen, I mean, he's right because he's speaking from a different, he wasn't born in America. In America, we don't get that privilege. And it's just what it is. And like Brother Payne said, when you know how they say women mature sooner than men? Hell, because when they're younger, they start coming to that sexual maturity. That's all it is. Because they still act like kids. The behavior is kiddish, but their body yearning. That's why it's so easy for a guy who's 16, when he start coming to his sexual maturity, to get with a girl at 16, 17 years old. They've been waiting on him. So, it's just part of the rules that you got to play by. If you're going to live that lifestyle, of course, this whole high value thing is just coming into play in the last 5-10 years. We all walk around here average fucking earners for the most part. And the numbers ain't gonna change. It's still only gonna be about 10% of brothers making over 100,000 stacks. That's it. If you ain't creating nothing that could benefit society, your ass go just deal with black folk who always want the deal, who always want the discount. And if you're a brother and you ain't got nothing benefiting women, they ain't gonna buy your product. And brothers already go cut you short. So you just gotta choose, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have different women, be honest up front with the women that you find attractive and you want to be in your circle. Protect yourself at all times. Don't be spreading disease. Don't be making nobody, pregnant. And, just live that life. When you're ready to settle down, you're going to have to make a deal just like the women going to have to make a deal. You ain't better keep up with that shit at 50 years old. It ain't going to happen unless you're taking the pill, but then you fucking might have a heart attack. Then somebody go get all your money anyway. So make a choice, man. Don't live the next 25 years crying about whether somebody is going to be high value or submissive or none of that shit. Go live your life. Go live the world. Come back and tell me your stories after you done been around the world and see all the women around the world. You could be looking at American women like, I've been settling for this shit all my life. These beautiful sisters, melanated, carbonated, whatever color, complexion you want. They out there looking for a brother that's looking to change his life. So choose your weapon, fellas.
With that being said, y'all, we are closing. It is time to close. All right. I appreciate everybody for coming up. Okay, we will do this again next week. All right. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Salute to everybody for coming through. With that being said, y'all, we are out. Peace, y'all.
Peace.